right, so we're here, Boston Calling Music Festival. I have the pleasure of being joined by MØ right now. How is it? Are you enjoying yourself today?
Yes, I am. I'm a little bit jet lagged because I came to America yesterday, so I'm a little bit like, oh, but I'm good, thanks.
Is there anyone you're looking forward to seeing today?
Well, actually Tove Lo, who's playing right now.
Boy.
So, but you know, like, even though I'm working right now, I can hear her, so it's great.
Oh, good, good. So I want to talk to you a little bit. We're more of an alternative and punk show, but I actually knew that you were in an alternative and punk band back in the day. Would you want to tell us a little bit about that and sort of, yeah, just a little bit about that project?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for 10 years I was very involved in the whole, you know, activism punk environment in Denmark. And during those years, me and a good friend of mine, we started this girl punk electro trash band. And we were just, you know, we were young and best friends and just hanging out and making music and getting drunk in squats all over the place, you know. It was really funny. And like, yeah, we toured Europe and Scandinavian and stuff. And we also played New York 4 times. So it was really funny.
Awesome, awesome. And then, so what are some of your favorite alternative and rock acts today?
My number one, like, of all times, and like also the band who like really like inspired me back in the days and who I was listening to all the time was Sonic Youth. Mm-hmm. They're like my biggest heroes. And like, you know, Kim Gordon, she's been like my role model for, yeah, since I was a teenager.
That's really cool. And then, so I really do enjoy your music because it seems so diverse. It's so like not this typical electronic type music. And you were saying how you were, you know, alternative punk before. Are there any other genres you see yourself exploring?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm very, like, to me, like when making music, it's all about feelings and personal tastes, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I'm not like, oh, now I want to do this genre. Like, it's more like it just comes to you, like, oh, this could be cool, like this or whatever, like. And because it's all a matter of personal taste when I sit down and write music, like, oh, I dig this, you know. And I mean, my music now, I guess, sounds like those 3 genres that I've been into, like, in my life that's been big, you know, like, for me. And that's pop and punk and hip-hop. So I guess a combination of that will always be my favorite thing until I fall in love with some kind of a new genre or whatever.
And then, so how is the songwriting process different when you're writing for, you know, your current act and then when you were back in writing for like more of a punk and alt audience?
Well, I mean, my songwriting process has changed a lot, but also, no, not changed a lot, but I mean, I work in very different ways now. Like, I like the first album I did was almost just me playing piano, writing all the songs, and then I would give it to my producer and he would produce and we will meet up and finish it, which really is a nice way for me to work because I love to work on my own, you know?
Oh yeah.
But now I've also started doing sessions with other musicians and stuff like that, and I also love when I get a beat and I write to that. So, but actually, I mean, I think I love it a lot when I have time to sit on my own, and then you work with people later in the process. That's what I really love the most, I think.
And then, so you're bilingual, and then is
what?
Bilingual? Can speak 2 languages?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then, so do you have a language that you prefer to write in, and sort of why you might prefer writing in that language?
Well, I mean, I started writing songs in English actually when I was 7 or 8. And I mean, I was horrible at English at that time, but because I was such a big Spice Girl fan, I wanted to write in English because they did, you know. So actually, when it comes to writing songs and personal stuff, and like, I mean, I guess just when I'm writing songs and like I'm trying to express myself and being you know, vulnerable and letting stuff out, it just comes out in English. So. Mm-hmm. I mean, the punk band was in Danish actually, but that was another thing, yeah, because that was more like, it was very political and very much about being provocative, you know, how the fuck, what's the word?
Provocative.
Provocative, yeah, yes. Yeah, exactly. And so in a way it was easier to sing in Danish at that point. But when it comes to like emotions and stuff, at some point I just really like to write in English, yeah.
And then, so you're playing a festival today, obviously, and so that has to be a lot different than sort of when you're playing to like a group of your fans. How do you sort of create a set list that could keep everyone interested, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I guess you just, like with everything else in life, you just really got to put yourself in the minds of your fans, like how they would love to see it, what would be cool for the audience to experience the songs in this kind of like, you know, set list. So yeah, that's how I put it together.
Well, that's awesome. And then so on your current album, No Mythologies to Follow, you have some awesome collaborations, one with Diplo. If you could pick one person to collaborate with, who would it be for you?
Like, there's a lot. It's always totally hard to say one. But I mean, I would really love to work with Grimes at some point because she's just so badass. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then so you have a long flight ahead of you, and this is a new question that I'm kind of trying out. Now, if you could sort of sit and have a conversation with one person on a flight from any era, dead or alive, who would you say it would be?
It would be Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth, yeah.
Have you met her yet?
No. And I think I'm gonna die when I meet her.
No, I'm sure there's gonna be a festival and you'll both.
I really hope so, but I know I'm gonna be so awkward that I just want to kill myself afterwards.
Oh boy, I can relate to that a little bit. And then so this is sort of a segment all dedicated to new music. Who has your ear right now?
Of new music?
Yes.
I really like that guy, like the Ray Sherman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really cool. Because I was listening to it I was living in LA, and I was driving in this Uber, and the song, I don't got no type, bad bitches. And I was like, wow, this must be a very alternative radio because this is badass, like fuck. And then I realized that it was actually playing on like a big radio station, and I was like, fuck, that's so cool that they can, do that, and it sounds so cool because it's just so, like, it really has heavy balls, like just, I really like that.
Well, that's awesome. And then is there anything else that you'd sort of like to add for our listeners?
Oh, no, not really. Just like, thank you for listening. I love you.
No worries. Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.